Christmas bean and cheese eating video, and you know we're gonna call it Christmas bean and cheese because we're gonna have green scallions and we're gonna have a little bit of red sriracha or whatever your red sauce might be. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. And if you've noticed, all of my recent food eating videos are all Christmas themed. And we make each meal Christmas themed simply by adding green and red color coordinates. And is it time for me to do a day in the life video? When I tell you about my day yesterday, you'll say, yes, Angela, time for a day in the life. I went out of my house twice in the car. I haven't done that in forever. Obviously, I've left the house, you know, once for a doctor appointment each day. Never do I come home. A few hours later, go back out again. Let's move this down a little bit. So, the main reason why, there we go. The main reason why I left twice at an appointment in the afternoon is, as I peered outside my front door, I realized how wet and slippery it was out because it had been raining this whole weekend, and just like off and on each day. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna be with my walker or my cane. Just an update, I'm still not walking. I had hip replacement December and knee replacement in June. I'm still not walking without a cane or walker. Comes to find out, there's something else going on that needs to be fixed, and that's why I'm not walking. I can walk without a cane and a walker, but it's very unstable. Anyways, it's not my new knee or hip replacement. It has to do with my other knee, my right knee that has not been replaced yet. And the fact that that knee is so debilitating. Anyways, things will get better once I get that knee done. So, I'm peering out the door, realizing, oh my goodness, I need to go now and do my errands, and then I'll just have to come back and go out later tonight for my appointment. Getting dressed, and my daughter's going, Mom, what's going on? Where do you think you're going? Oh, I forgot my contrast. My black sesame seeds for crunch and color and contrast. So anyways, I explained to her the whole scenario, and she says, good call, Mom. So I head out, and I've got pictures of the sky. I got on the 101 freeway heading north, sky beautiful and a little spooky. The sky was beautiful blue, and then there was areas of huge white fluffy marshmallow clouds. Then part of the sky were jumbo dark gray clouds. I think the gray ones were more so over the ocean, but I've got pictures of that, so somewhere in this video I'm gonna insert the clouds. Maybe I'll just put the pictures here right now since I'm talking about it. I'll be right back. So hopefully the photographs of the Southern California Ventura County skies turned out well. I always say I'm going to insert a picture, and I either forget or I can't find the spot where I'm supposed to put the picture in. Okay, so I had to go to one doctor's office and pick up a disc of x-rays for another doctor, and for the life of me I still can't comprehend how they can't somehow make an image of the old-fashioned x-rays on those jumbo 11 by 14 slides, x-ray paper. And no, I had to hand carry a CD into the other doctor. I'll probably do that tomorrow or another day. So, I no sooner turn in to the area where the office is, I turn my wheel real hard, trying to turn into the handicapped parking spot, right? There's the loudest screech or rubbing sound. All I can guess is because of the rain and just the wetness and the cold weather did something to my... Is there a belt, a steering belt? As the harder I turned my wheel to the left, the louder this screeching sound came. And the poor security guard, who was half asleep in their chair in front of the door, like flew out of her seat, right? So I'm sitting there with my head down in my hands, just shaking my head. I'm like, get out of the car. I am so sorry. I had no clue I was going to have this what I deemed to be a steering wheel belt. So I go in forever and a day to get to the front of the line, and I'm sweating bullets because I'm still nervous of COVID, and you're still, technically, I think we're now back to the mask mandate. I know LA County is. I think Ventura might be also. The numbers are just skyrocketing. They're terrible for COVID people. Get up there, carry my ID, my name, the whole 9 yards. And do you think they're right there in the drawer where they're supposed to be? No. In the meantime, there's some kind of scuffle or loud group of people coming from the parking lot into the office, right? No masks. Security guard reminds them you have to wear a mask. In fact, they had kind of a cute sign. Remember the shirt, no shoes, no shirt? Remember the no shoes, no shirt, no service sign stores used to have? This was kind of like that. It says, easy task, wear your mask. And they show the person inside the building. And then on the other side, they just show the person with no mask on the outside of the door. It was just cute. So by this time, not only do I have my mask on, I grabbed my hoodie. I was wearing 2 jackets, like a windbreaker, light jogging jacket, and over that a hoodie. I put my hoodie on and kind of cinch the strap or pull the drawstring down, so all you could see was a very small little part of my face. So the girl comes back and then she's looking for Angela? I said, it's me. And I got the deer in the headlights. Look. Showed her my little ID. Took my test and was on my way. I guess I was on my way at the right time because it did look like a scuffle with the mask. So I don't know where you guys stand on the masks, but I do know my anxiety level went up because I was just hearing on the news before I had left to the doctor visit that COVID's going up, deaths are going up. I'm sure not the amount of deaths we had at the beginning of COVID, but they were interviewing people. The majority of the people were adamant that they weren't going to wear their masks. They felt that they'd been bullied enough. They've got all 3 or 4 of the COVID shots. I think there's 3. And even if I do get COVID, I'm not going to die. The results will be less worse than if I hadn't worn the vaccine. And I totally understand that idea. Totally. But I think the one thing we overlook when we refuse to wear a mask for ourselves is the possibility of spreading it to someone else. And so I'm hoping I see something like that on TV, because I think the numbers prove that a mask helps the spreading. Okay, I get home, and my daughter, bless her heart, she's always upbeat. She said, "Oh, Mom, so how'd it go?" That's her phrase. How'd it go? There's my red food coloring in my 7-Up. More Christmas ideas. So how'd it go? And so, you know me, everything went fine, but I was stressing, sweating bullets as usual. Oh, I forgot to tell you, before I came home, I stopped off at Rite Aid, totally forgot that the parking spots that used to be handicap parking spots are no longer handicap. They're saved parking spots for the Instacart shopping people. But unless you're closely paying attention, and you always knew that the handicap parking spots were there prior, you just pull right in. So I pull in, park the car, put the handicap thing on the rearview mirror, and as I look up, I see a sign for a shopper, personal shoppers, and I don't see the handicap thing. And at that exact same moment, the lady in the car next to me taps on my window. She was also a shopper. And she said, "It's not handicap." I said, "Okay, thank you." And she pointed over to a whole new area. And I just was frazzled because the length that you have to walk from the new handicapped parking spots to the entrance of the store don't even make any sense. So I just moved the car like 1 or 2 spots over, which was closer to get to the store than the actual handicap parking spot. So I'm thinking as I get in there, I'm gonna buy a tabloid rain, only to find out they had completely remodeled the store, switched everything around. I get in there and I'm so baffled, thinking, I know this is Rite Aid, I know the pharmacy is in the back. Couldn't find the tabloids. Got the lady to show me where the tabloid rack was, only to find no Globe and no, they had an old Inquirer and something else. They had a soap digest and an Examiner and a Woman's World. I just was not in the mood. I think once I get to the magazine rack and I'm in the mood for a National Enquirer or Globe, and I get there, there's nothing else that can really take the place of those 2 magazines for me. So once in a great while, a Woman's World, but not very often. So you can go to the back of the store, get a prescription for me, one for my daughter. Then the fun really starts. I'm wearing my mask, and there's a big plastic protective little shield in the counter from the customer and the clerk. She's wearing a mask, I'm wearing a mask, and there's a protective shield. And she's telling me all this stuff I can't understand at all. Right? I just realized instead of asking what, we're not getting anywhere. I just shake my head and go like that, and I can't understand you. And luckily everything was paid for. She was trying to get me to sign that little box. You don't sign a paper anymore, you sign a little box. And luckily the store wasn't crowded. Didn't have an anxiety attack. Kept my mask on, got home, and had a few hours before I had to go out again for my appointment. So I'm just mulling over the morning of yesterday, and how could I have done better? How can I do better when I go out this afternoon for my appointment? And it was not a very fun appointment. I had to go for a mammogram. I just don't like going for all these preventative testing things. I understand it could be serious, but we don't have history of cancer in our family, and I stress myself out over nothing. Okay, so afternoon comes, and I'm feeling so good about myself. Not only do I leave early to go to the appointment, I'm ready to go and put my own gas in my own vehicle now for the first time in I don't know how long. Even though I still can't walk well, I felt good enough from the morning thinking, I'm doing pretty good. I can get gas myself. So I had $40, went to the inside to pay at the inside. The gas was the regular was $4.19 or $4.20 a gallon. Got $40 worth of gas. Get in there. No sooner get in line. There's one person ahead of me, then 3 or 4, possibly 5 construction workers just all start, marching up to the front door. I'm guessing they're construction workers. And it was cold out. They all had their hoodie jackets on, but there was something in the way they all put their hoodies on at the same time that caught my attention. And so I'm just watching them as they come in. And so luckily the big line of people were behind me, paid for my gas. The Mega Million was up to 400 and something million. So I got a quick pick, got out of the building. I was proud of myself. I didn't have too bad of a anxiety. Just had one quick little scare with those guys. And they all had dark black hoodies. It just, I think, got the better of me. Go to my car, get the gas. Can't figure out why. I put in $40 for gas. I forgot. So when the gas tank stopped at 38, I'm so puzzled. Though I gave him $42 was for the quick pick. So of course $38 was going to be the gas. I didn't figure it right. I completely forgot that. So I'm thinking I'm going to either use a little call button or get his attention. I kind of look at the door, and there's so many people in the store by then. I'm thinking, I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to catch my breath. Is it really worth $2 for me to work myself up to have to go stand in line with all those people, only to realize it was my quick pick? But I tell you, that little bit of information is, I don't know how many times I've created my own bad anxiety moment, and we can't think straight. I'm head out to the dreaded mammogram visit. I think I'm gonna do fine. I keep thinking I'm doing fine. Then every corner I turn, there's an element of fear. I get in the office, nobody's in the waiting room. I'm by myself. Step up to the window, and it's a man. And the last thing I think we just want all women in the mammogram office. I might be wrong. It was a very nice gentleman, had nothing to do with him. It had to do with my mindset. So I said, I'm here. Angela Bright, the big YouTube star. And so he wants my ID, and I get checked in. And I go over what I'm getting, and the mammogram, and I just kept looking at him, but I know in my head I wanted to ask him. That there's female nurses in the back, right? Just beyond reasonable questioning. And I sat down, and again, tried to, behavior modification, these little techniques, deep breathing, and reminding myself I'm overthinking. And so, of course, there's females, and they're doing the test. Sigh of relief. Okay, I go in there, put on that little gown. The lady was so rough with me. I wanted to just say, wait, I'm not doing well, so we have to move slowly and gently. As she was doing the two things that set off anxiety for me if I'm not doing well. Fast talking, fast moving, and anything overly harsh. So I explained to her how I was having a problem. I think I have an anxiety attack, so we need to if we could just move slowly and gently, because she was just too rough. And they give you 4 x-rays, then you're done. And but she was very polite, very nice to me, even when I kind of blew up. Like, we had to slow down. And then I tried to think of her side of it. That she's probably been doing this forever and a day. And it's so matter of fact and so routine for her. It's not her fault. But then as I'm leaving, she has a paper to remind me if the doctor or the office doesn't get back with me within 10 days, a phone number of where to call and who to talk to. And again, this is another weird thing. The people who make parking lot spaces for handicap, they don't put it in the right spot that has the less walking distance to the front. So again, with this medical building, I realized after I parked in the handicap place there that how did these parking spots get here when this row of cars over here is closer to the front door, and that should have been handicap. But see the things you can look forward to when you get to be in your 60s. All these lame little things I think of for no reason other than to create anxiety in my own self. So I get home, and again, my daughter says, "How'd it go, Mom?" And because I had walked, it was much more positive. I had walked from my vehicle out to the mailbox, carried the mail in, and she saw that. I did that extra little jaunt. And she said, "How'd it go, Mom?" She said, and I had the mail. She said, "Oh, you must be doing good. You got the mail." And I said, "Yes. As usual, I'm my own worst enemy." But I did mention, I said, I think I need to just get dressed, put my walking shoes on, get out every day. There was something in that activity, shower, getting dressed, shoes and socks, and keys in hand, and just getting, the fresh air and a little bit of sunshine. And of course I had my coffee. I think we need that. And unfortunately, because I still have a couple little issues that need to be addressed before my aches and pains are gone and my joints are all back to normal, I haven't been doing that. But We get either two kinds of pain. We're going to get the pain when we're moving, but though I do think it's better to be moving. Or sitting and not moving is not good for our overall body, but I feel the pain just as well when I'm just loafing. I did notice, like in the last few months, that I haven't been active. My blood pressure has gone up, so I think there is something to say about activity and a good healthy blood pressure. But as you know, I take garlic gel tabs, odorless garlic gel tabs, keep me with perfect blood pressure year after year after year. But I had to double up on the garlic tabs the last month or two. And again, I'm convinced it's the sedentary life. It's terrible. So for my day in the life story, to be out and about, 2 outings in one day. And so I did the gas, I did the appointment. Gas appointment, Rite Aid, and picking up x-rays at that other office. 4 times I had to get in and out of my car. That's a big deal for me. And getting my own gas, huge. Haven't done that. I don't think I've done it since COVID started. My daughter would always do it. And I just have to be patient. That's what I need. My Christmas stocking.